Good evening. I hope everyone at home viewing this video is doing well. I am not going to introduce myself for two reasons. Actually, I made that three. One, you should pretty much be able to read the name of my channel in the description box below. Two, I don't feel like it right now. And three... I thought there was a third reason, but there isn't. But anyway, yours truly, back with another unboxing, and the subject of today's unboxing is a figure I've been waiting through 3 weeks for, and for a little while I thought it was never going to come because it was taking forever and I thought maybe it got lost, but no, it finally arrived, but to my annoyance slash horror, I got this bullshit customs charge. Now, I may have mentioned this once or twice in previous unboxings, but in the UK we have a customs system in which anything that's priced over £15 or any gift that is priced over £30 will get hit with a customs charge. So depending on the item and depending on how heavy the item is, the higher the charge will go up. So this package is $15.43 in customs charges. And if you think that's ridiculous on top of what I paid for this thing already, which was around £36 I think, this is tame. The Monster Arts Biollante, when I saved up hardcore for that back in 2013, because I knew it was going to be expensive, I paid around £150 for it. £150. This was from Big Bad Toy Store. Big Bad Toy Store. So I tried my absolute hardest to basically ask them if they could find a way to get around the whole customs thing. Unfortunately, they couldn't do that. They had to abide by the rules, which is understandable, in all honesty. So it came to my birthday, which was shortly after when the Monster Arts Biollante came out in America, and when it finally arrived, it got a customs charge. Now, just take a blind gander at just what that charge was. Okay. If you want to know, it came to about £45. And then you had this bull poo option to have it delivered to you on a Saturday for an extra 12 quid. This was a birthday present to myself, and then these jerks just kind of ruined that. Just totally spoiled it a bit. So every time I look at my Monster Arts Biollante now, I don't exactly get the best memories, because it came around a time where I was finding college difficult, and I was just feeling down in general. So having that on top of my slump, so to speak, yeah, it was not a good time. Not a good time at all. So yeah, if you're a collector like me who lives in the UK, this is the sort of nonsense you have to put up with. I know places where I can ask them to get around customs, and that's fine and dandy. But for this figure, I couldn't quite do that because some of my usual go-to places had sold out on it. And I had a hunch it would, because this particular figure, it was initially revealed in another figure line as a prototype 5 years ago, but now it's part of a mainline Figure Arts. So, the figure behind all this hassle. I wish it was a laughing matter, but it ain't. The Figure Arts Alien or Seijin Baltan from Ultraman. Now, I've never seen an Ultraman series to save my life. All I know about it is various plot details, some of the various Ultraman incarnations, and of course some of the various monsters and giant aliens that make an appearance in the series throughout. Like this guy. So let's see. The box is so much more tiny than I imagined it would be. Okay, so yeah, this box is tiny, Jesus. Okay, so is there any tape? There's bound to be. Hang on, so let's do the. Actually, no, there is nothing there. Hang on. This is what happens when it's quite late at night and when it's humid. Your brain starts screwing up a bit more than it usually would. And I found the tape. Okay, that's one. And I got a hunch that there's another bit. About here. So after that hassle with customs, I honestly hope to God this was worth the worry about me not getting it, because this thing has been selling out like crazy. And I've crinkled the box already, so there goes the value. And so yeah, hope it's worth the time, and obviously the money. Let's see. And here he is. Again, he had the initial Ultra Act prototype that was unveiled 5 years ago, and because Ultra Act went heavy on the Ultramen, we all thought that this guy was never going to see the light of day. Then all of a sudden, Tamashii Nations decided they obviously wanted more licensing power to start doing figure arts Ultraman figures. And then the announcement came that they would actually start doing figurines based off the villains. The two that have been announced so far are this guy, and the one I'm looking forward to the most, Zeton. Okay, so you've got the bits of plastic here, which, oh wow, really loose neck joint off the gate. So yeah, you've got these bits of plastic to protect bits of sculpt segment from paint transfer. Hang on. See. No. Okay, come on. Okay, that's one bit off. That's another bit off. Alright. Okay, so, oh boy. Okay, so I think... hang on, I need to get the scissors in on this thing. Okay, will it do it now? Okay, here we go. Okay, come on. So yes, this is Alien Baltan, or rather Seijin Baltan, from the very first Ultraman series from the 60s. And this has been released in figure arts as part of the 50th anniversary Ultraman line from them. Okay. So yes, as you can see, the design is definitely a product of its time. And I'm going to be honest with you. Again, I've never seen Ultraman or any of the incarnations in their fullest television appearances, but I've always been interested in the various villains throughout the show. I don't know, it's just they just have a certain charm to them, like an old school. Yeah, I just kind of like how goofy some of them look. Okay, is that all the plastic? Okay, here we go. Let's see. It's very fiddly already. Let's see. Yeah, the neck is very loose, but it's the ball joints holding up. The paint, hang on, I'm not seeing any paint issues. Because here's the thing. if for those who don't follow any toy line like Tamashii Nations, recently with some of their releases, they've been dropping the ball really hard on the paint. Okay, so I guess it's the other way around. And what I mean by this is, if you look at the recently released Monster Arts Dollar 54, if you look at how some of the paint blending is handled on that thing, it looks pretty bad. So I've kind of been apprehensive about some of their releases like this, but as far as I can see, it actually looks pretty good. It's pretty good. Good range of motion in the torso and waist. I'm liking that. The hands, I'm again, I only know so much, so I don't know if they actually have a name. Like, I know Baltan can fire projectiles out of these, but I'm not sure if that's this Baltan or Baltan 2. I need to do more research on Ultraman. So, again, the neck. For some reason, because of this bit here, he reminds me of Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, he has that octopus tentacle neck beard thing. Yeah, this actually looks pretty good. Again, I was not having too many high hopes, but it actually turned out pretty good. So I wonder. So the skirt is made out of soft plastic, which is no surprise, so then you can get good range of motion from the legs. And let's see, the eyes. One sec. Refocusing magic. Bang. Yeah, I like how they're made out of translucent material. It makes them more lifelike. The thing with not Ultract, screw Ultract. The thing with figure arts, with nearly all their releases, they usually go for accuracy. And obviously, since Ultraman was a series that involved suits, this actually looks pretty damn close to the suits from what I remember. Like, what is it? They did figure arts of Freddie Mercury and Bruce Lee recently, and from what I saw, they actually looked really good. So obviously Bandai is actually putting a lot of their money in the figure arts line, and it's actually showing a bit. Again, I'm impressed. I didn't expect my Bolton to turn out this decent. So that's for this unboxing, and depending on how things go, I may or may not see you for when when Zeton arrives, depending on how long that takes. Now, I ordered this from CD Japan, so that may have been the reason why it took so long to get here. So I got the shipping notification on the 8th. So yeah, that was well over 3 weeks ago. From recollection though, the place I've ordered Zeton from, Nippon Yasen, are usually a bit faster, but that will be around the end of October, so we'll see with that. And yeah, if you want to get this guy, I say just try and pick him up, because from what I've heard, with Bluefin of America, they're only getting a very limited number of these. And let me tell you something. Again, with the whole customs nonsense, for those living in America, be thankful that you have a service like Bluefin, because we have nothing like that. Yes, we recently got Tamashii Nations UK, but they came in too late with some of the releases that we should have gotten ages ago. So enough of my rambling and my unboxing. I hope you've enjoyed this for what it was, and I hope you all have a good evening, or a good morning, or a good day, depending on where you are. Catch you later.